Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to third grade Excel lesson number 81. We're going to be learning to solve for an unknown in an equation when multiplying or dividing. So this is algebra that you guys are learning today. Woohoo! How exciting. Take a look at our first problem right up here. 3 times n equals 12. I want you to think of n as being like a blank, or back in the old days, you would have 3 times a box, like a missing number is equal to 12. Well, what number would go in that box or in that blank? Obviously, a 4 would go in there because 3 times 4 is 12. So that means that in this math problem, the letter n is holding the place for the number 4. Or I would say that n is equal to 4 in that math problem. Here's another problem here, number 1. 7 times t equals 14. Well, what is t? If I replace t with a 2, then it comes out great. 7 times 2 is 14. So therefore, t is the letter 2, or is the number 2. So that t is like a blank or a missing number. The 2 goes in the place of the letter t. Number 2, b times 3 equals 15. Some number times 3 is 15. So think of b as being like a blank or a box. I want you to pause the video right now and fill in the answer for b. All right, you should have already done the answer before you hear me give the answer. So what number, some number, times 3 is 15? 5 times 3 is 15. So therefore, b is equal to 5. If you did not write a 5, erase your answer and fix it. Okay, pause the video now and do number 3. So you should have already done number 3, and you're trying to find what number goes in the place of m. Well, 6 would go there because 6 times 5 is equal to 30. Now we're going to do division. This gets a little bit trickier. Here's a problem right here. Some number, and we're calling it n in this place, divided by 3 is 4. Now, what's the opposite of division? If we go backwards in a division problem, we're actually multiplying. 4 times 3 is equal to 12. I wonder if 12 divided by 3 is equal to 4. Well, yes, it is. So in place of the n, we want to put a 12. n is equal to 12 because 12 divided by 3 is 4. All right, why don't you pause the video, do number 4, and then turn it back on when you have the answer. So you should have already done this. The answer would be 6 because 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. There are 2 3's in 6. V is equal to 6. All right, pause the video, try 5 and 6. I want you to do both problems and then turn it back on when you're ready to see the solutions. All right, so you should have already done numbers 5 and 6 before you watch me do this. Some number divided by 4 is equal to 1. Well, let's see if I put a 1 in there. I bet some of you put a 1 there. 1 divided by 4? I can split 1 into 4 equal groups? Well, yeah, if I split the one thing up into 4 little parts. But actually what I'm doing is dividing 4 by 4 to get 1. So r is equal to 4. And then 15 divided by some number equals 5. What number do I have to divide 5 by, or 15 by, to get 5? 5, 10, 15. There are 3 5's in 15, so the answer is 3. Okay, pause the video and do this box with the check answer. Make sure you do the check answer down there, and then turn the video back on. So some number, you should have already done this, some number times 2 is 16. 8 times 2 is 16. 4 divided by some number is 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now, I bet some of you tried to put a 3 in here, but it's not 3 divided by 6. That doesn't work. It's some number divided by 6 is equal to 2. Well, if I put a 12 in there, it comes out. 12 divided by 6 is 2 because there are 2 6's in 12. So the answer here is 12. And then when you add up 12, 2, and 8, you get 22. All right, pause the video do these math problems down here and then turn it back on when you have all the answers. Okay, if you're checking your work right now, if I see that video going and you don't have the answers, you're in big trouble. So make sure you pause it, get all the answers first. 13 minus 7 is 6, 16 minus 8 is 8, 12 minus 9 is 3, 14 minus 7 is 7, 11 minus 3 is 8, 12 minus 7 is 5, 15 minus 9 is 6, 11 minus 7 is 4. Multiplication, 2 times 8 is 16, 5 times 5 is 25, 4 times 4 is 16, 0 times 3 is 0, 8 times 5 is 40, 7 times 3 is 21, 6 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18, 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 2 is 10, 2 times 6 is 12, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 5 is 20, 3 times 1 is 3, 8 times 2 is 16, and 4 times 3 is 12. Well, there.